and this is where I get our weekly
Abuse.
show where I get accused of cheating, even though my working is shown a week in advance. Let's have a look at the scores, shall we, from last week. You can see that whilst Seb, as the contributor, managed to successfully get the bigger number of outcomes, the points are getting the correct results. And Ipswich versus Fleetwood / Forest Green Rovers has done me proud. And an improvement from our Telegram group as well. Crowdsourcing the outcomes there. They improved their 33% strike rate on the greens to 50%. But yeah, Seb, I can give you there's the league table for you. So only 1 point in it. And because I got abuse of doing a cumulative points situation, I've now got points where I'm winning 16-9 and rounds or holes where I'm winning 2-0. Okay. So is there anything else that I can do to give you more assurance that I'm not cheating?
I'm sure you'll find ways to amend this as the season goes on. Brilliant. But now you've brought in the weekly rounds. I'm quite happy with that. That's fine.
Yeah. So, and there's plenty of weeks still to go. Do we need to decide whether we let this run for the entire season or have a mini season break and have 2 mini seasons? Do I want to float that out there now in case I introduce that and get in trouble?
Why don't you make a list of all the dodgy things you might do, and we'll refer to it throughout the year.
We will get a wild card, and it doubles our points for a week. Only anyone who gets one.
Yeah.
Let's look ahead. We've dealt with our infighting enough. Let's look ahead, and some interesting games again. Let's start at the top, shall we? And an interesting one. We've both gone for a 1-1 draw. Bristol Rovers v Oxford. It feels like there will be goals in that game. But interesting that we've gone with the draw. I wonder whether Bristol Rovers might be the favourites in that one.
Maybe, potentially. Yeah, they had a decent win. What was it, Port Vale last week or Extra? I can't remember who it was.
They beat Burton 4-0.
Sorry, yeah, first week of the season was they lost to Forest Green, wasn't it, in the last minute or whatever, yeah.
Extenuating circumstances with Burton getting O'Shaughnessy sent off so early.
Yeah.
But nevertheless...
they've started well, and like you say, that might be a game for goals, and maybe potentially we've done ourselves short on that one. But I just think it'll be a draw. I just think it's so early. Teams are still feeling each other out so much, aren't they? So I've gone for a draw in that one, which I think is probably the safe bet, to be honest.
Hedge your bets, and I feel exactly the same, and so does the Telegram group. Accrington Burton, I think this is more of a statement about Burton than it is about Accrington.
They are just the whipping boys, aren't they? 4-0 defeat last week. There seems to be very little positivity about them. Accrington did okay last week. They beat, was it Shrewsbury 2-0, 2-1? I can't remember what the exact score was. I've got it in front of me somewhere. So they 1-0 away to Shrewsbury. So they're up and running for the season. And Burton just seemed to be the early season whipping boys. And I guess Hasselbank maybe might be under a bit of pressure there pretty soon. Albeit with his one arm tied behind his back in terms of what they can and can't do.
Yeah, exactly right. Yep. Along come Ipswich next week.
Cambridge,
Exeter. Yeah, you've gone for
I've gone for a Cambridge win.
Home win there. Exeter though, didn't they not beat Cheltenham 7-0 in the League Cup midweek?
I don't look at the League Cup, to be honest with you.
Oh, it doesn't count. I'm pretty certain.
The league is the real quiz, isn't it? No, I mean they lost 1-0 to Oxford last weekend.
Exeter beat Cheltenham 7-0 away. No red cards in that game either.
Okay, they lost last weekend, obviously Cambridge, but they had that great win first weekend of the season. So I just think they'll win that one personally.
Okay, I kind of wanted to go with Exeter there, but I've gone for Cambridge's home advantage.
Yeah, home will come into play.
We're unanimous on Portsmouth v Cheltenham though.
I would have thought so.
A couple of draws so far for Pompey though, but
the firepower they've got is
goals,
Colby Bishop. Yeah, Pigott scored. I haven't seen the goal, but I know Pigott scored the other night. Colby Bishop, Scarlett's there. I think they're always going to have goals in them, and I think they'll win that one quite comfortably.
Yeah, and so does 70% of our Telegram group who were polled. We've gone for draws. Derby Barnsley. I guess that is similar to your thinking on early season hedging your bets. We've got Derby have won 1, lost 1.
Yeah.
and I think Barnsley are similar, are they not? Do they
Barnsley
not lose
are not up and running it. Yeah, they're not up and running. They're not up and running it really either. Are they? Certainly, Mr. Norwood.
Cheltenham, didn't they, last week?
Yeah, obviously, Mr. Norwood, his Portman Road return is closing. I know he started, didn't he, last weekend? So I guess he's getting that fitness in the tank. So hopefully, yeah, he won't suddenly hit a hot streak before he comes back to us in 2 weeks' time. But I think a draw there is the logical option, isn't it? You know, two sides were kind of finding their feet at this level. Derby have got all those new signings of Dad's Army and the kids, and obviously Barnsley looking to rebuild after a pretty horrific season last year. So a point apiece there, and they probably both go away quite happy on Saturday, I would think.
Blue tinted spectacles are out again. They worked last week.
I was torn,
I'll be honest. Aren't we? Yeah.
I was, yeah. My heart obviously will always say Ipswich win, so I've gone for the 1-0. My head thinks 1-1. I just think maybe we might cancel each other out. Two similar kind of style of plays. And MK might not be overly adventurous given their start to the season, but I'll be positive and stick with my prediction of a 1-0 win. Freddie Ladapo to score and get up and running for the season.
There you go. I did have, when I entered my predictions this morning, having read all of yours, no, I did have 0-0 because I think it's two teams who overplay, and haven't really figured out how to score crap goals that win you matches, which is what we kind of needed to do in the League Cup. And so I kind of saw both of those teams huffing and puffing a little bit. Then I realised, and we chatted and did our research, MK's injury situation there. Plus, I think getting Morsey back into the team, I think, might just give us a bit of a kick up the arse. And
those kind of performances will not happen when Sam Morsey is
exactly
in the team.
Right. Who said that?
I can't do the voice. I can't do the voice like you can.
Nothing's going to happen. They drew 2-2, by the way. First game of the season, Chesterfield. For those of you who are still fixated with Paul Cook. Moving on, Lincoln, Forest Green. You saw Forest Green firsthand, but you don't fancy them at Lincoln.
No, I think Lincoln will win that one. I mean, Lincoln were lucky last week against Portsmouth. They kind of held on a little bit there. Have you seen Teddy Bishop's goal, by the way, for Lincoln? Lovely goal. I think really, it picks up the ball, just runs at them, runs, and slots it home really nicely. It must have been, it can't have been last week, it must have been the opening weekend of the season, I guess. But no, a lovely goal. But I just think they'll win that one. I mean, lovely goal. I just think they'll win that one. I mean, Forest Green kind of against us, they play nice football, but they're going to have to pick up, I think, most of their points at home at the new lawn and kind of make it one of those kind of horrible places that people don't like going to, both fans and players. So I think Lincoln will win that one and get their season up and running.
I think Forest Green will take confidence from nearly getting a point against us. So I think they will give them, and don't forget they won at Bristol Rovers on the opening day. I think Forest Green have got enough to get a point there, so that's what I'm going for. And we are disagreeing on Morecambe v Fleetwood. This could be the Cole Stockton derby, couldn't it? If transfer rumours are to be believed. I'm backing Fleetwood and you're backing Morecambe.
I am, yeah. I mean, Fleetwood lost the goal machine of Ellis Harrison today as well, or today, or whichever day, I can't remember what day it is. So that massively goes against them. No, I've just got a feeling that they're going to be a really inconsistent side this year. I think Fleetwood. I think they're going to have some like last weekend they beat, was it 88th minute? They beat Plymouth. Yeah. But I think they might struggle against Morecambe. Morecambe's kind of one of those horrible places to go as well. So I think Morecambe will win that one personally.
It's in the pitch. It's not as bad as it was last season.
It won't be that bad this year. No, it'll get awful in November, December time, won't it?
Hopefully they're watering it in this heat. But worth saying that the Telegram group marginally agree with me with an away win there for Fleetwood. So we shall see. And we're predicting goals.
Yeah.
With Plymouth Peterborough, you're going for a draw, which I can kind of understand. But I just think I quite like the symmetry of Peterborough scoring 3 goals for yet another
game.
Week.
Yeah, every game. Was it 3-0?
It's possible, isn't it?
Yeah, 2-0 down, 3-2 on the first day, 3-0 last week against Morecambe. They're just a side that's got quality and goals in them. But it should be a really entertaining game as well, shouldn't it? You know, two really good footballing sides. That should be the cracker of the day. And I think a draw would be kind of fair there. You know, a high scoring draw. I've gone for a 2-2. What did you go for? 3-2?
I went for a 3-2.
To Plymouth, to Peterborough.
Yeah,
okay.
I just think maybe a bit of confidence shot from the defeat last week for Plymouth.
Maybe, potentially.
That's the factor I'm thinking there, and just the strength of Peterborough. And talking of an away team with some strength, Port Vale have kind of been up and down so far, but we're both predicting Bolton to have a clear margin and to not concede.
Yeah, well, they've kind
of came into their own, didn't they, last week against Wickham?
Yeah, and Port Vale got battered last week. Was it 4-0, wasn't it? So, you know, they're going into the game on really low kind of confidence after Exeter battered them, and Bolton just look such a strong side, don't they? You know, Wickham did really well on the opening day of the season, but then Bolton kind of swept them aside last week. So I can't see past Bolton for that one. Did I go 3-0? You went 2-0? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we're both predicting heavy away wins there.
and so is Telegram 96%.
Yeah.
Predicting that one. Sheffield Wednesday, Charlton, we're both going for a 2-goal margin, but you are having Charlton to score a goal, presumably because you don't trust Sheffield Wednesday's defence.
Yeah, exactly that. Really, you know, I on the 1-24 with Gab, I said I thought Sheffield Wednesday might kind of struggle and Moore might be under a little bit of pressure, but you know they've done okay. Beat MK away, obviously drew 3-3 with Pompey in the opening game
last night.
Season. Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Wednesday
So
night.
they have started well, and yeah, I'd see them by a couple of goals in that one quite comfortably, to be honest.
And finishing things off, we're pretty comfortable with Wickham v Shrewsbury. 2-0 seems like a nice, easy scoreline, isn't it?
Have you seen they've signed Alfie Mawson
Alfie
today
Mawson,
as well?
yeah.
Ex 15 million quid. He was there before, wasn't he? But ex 15 million quid Fulham centre back. So yeah, good signing. It replaced Anthony Stewart, I guess, one of the guys that went up to Scotland. So that's a good bit of business as well. And yeah, I think they'll win that one quite comfortably. And hopefully that'll destroy a bit of Shrewsbury's confidence for us next weekend.
Oh yeah, we're making the trip, aren't we? And we're saying Shrewsbury, I thought we were quite positive on them. Obviously, they've got just a single point so far. But maybe
it's a big week for us. I mean, if we can beat MK, obviously we don't know what the results will be on the weekend. But then going into Bolton and Shrewsbury, you know, one of these big 3-game weeks, could we be looking at that one? One game at a time. Let's get Saturday out of the way, and then we'll see what Bolton and Shrewsbury can produce. Two away games, two tough away games, but it's a real opportunity now for us to get some points on the board. Opportunity
is the word of the day. Opportunity. So there you go. Stick those back up on the screen for you. Bristol Rovers, Oxford going for a draw. Accrington getting the win. We're marginal on Cambridge, the Exeter, Pompey at Charlton, and we're pretty comfortable out with Derby, Barnsley cancelling each other out. Blue tinted spectacles, Ipswich versus MK Dons. I probably could towards the draw there if we were pushed for going head over heart.
Be positive.
Be positive. Lincoln, Forest Green probably cancelling each other out as well. Some of these are marginal, aren't they? Plymouth, Peterborough's probably the game of the weekend. Again, that could go either way, really, couldn't it? Bolton, Sheffield Wednesday, Wickham rounding us out with pretty confident predictions there. So we shall wait and see. We'll come back next week and figure out how I can cheat my way into a 3rd victory in a row. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to get your predictions. If you're watching this on YouTube, your predictions in below. Let us know where we've gone wrong and where you think there might be some margin there for different views. We're always interested to hear from you. So do let us know. And we'll be back next week.